Good morning, beautiful people. It is February 7th, 2013 at 10:35 in the morning. Happy birthday, Mom. Uh, wow, we are in a lull right now with the energies in comparison to the intensities that we had been feeling since the first of the year. And usually, when this happens, and I've noticed this through my own initiation process over the years, that it always seems like we'll have a planing out or even a drop in the energies just before we go up to the next level. And that is the best way I can describe what I'm experiencing right now. The incoming CMEs and chronal streams and magnetics and cosmic ray density and all that, it's starting to pick up a little bit for me right now. There was a CME incoming yesterday, and there that along with the planetary alignment happened to occur at the same time we had an 8-point earthquake that, I mean, rocked this planet. You ought to see all the seismic monitors going off as we literally rock this whole planet. That's cool when that happens. I think it's really neat that we're seeing so much great earthquake activity with such little destruction of property and life. That means the shift is going much easier, and thanks to all humanity that helps hold the energies consciously for allowing that to occur. Right as I'm saying this, I'm feeling a very strong, powerful incoming energy wave, and I'm doing this video inside today because the winds are very strong outside, and I don't know if we could have heard this very well. We've also had some of the ringing going on in this area. I've described it before as sounding like thunderstorms coming from the ground or jet engines on a plane taking off from a distance many miles away. In fact, there was a little rumble right there as I said that. But it's coming from a direction where there's no airports, and literally the beach is 10 miles away in that direction. Speaking of which, yesterday, Arnie Gunderson came out saying the Crystal River Nuclear Power Plant, which has the cracked reactor, which is leaked into the aquifer, which is the whole reason why I am here in Crystal River, Florida right now, that they have decided to go ahead and shut that one down. Yeah! All right, too cool. But they're saying it's going to take up to 60 years to disassemble this thing, to take it apart and to move it and store the used spent nuclear fuel that's leaked all into the groundwater around here. It's going to take 60 years to get all that out. Oh well, but anyway, this particular area where I am is one corner of the United States crystal grid over this area of Crystal River, Florida, and this is part of the reason why I'm here. So to have gotten the message last July for the need to come back down towards the Gulf area because of the Gulf oil spill, the Louisiana sinkhole, the New Madrid fault, the Crystal River Nuclear Power Plant, and to help cleanse the waters here where the manatees are holding some of the higher vibration, and to work with them, and to also be on a site with vortexes here on the property that are connected to the magma chambers below that allows the energy to flow in this area. This has been a really wonderful thing, and then to know I was supposed to come here last July, and to have my friends Kim and Randy find this property and contacting me in August asking me if I wanted to come here. That's pretty interesting. And then to be here as they come with the final closing of the nuclear power plant here and saying that they are not going to fire it back up, that they can't fix those reactors. That's pretty interesting. And there's a ley line that comes from the Bermuda Triangle up through Canada that is just to the north of me, so if not, right over me. And so it's an interesting place to be here. Pretty cool. It's also interesting because this is more dry than it was in Phoenix when I was living there the past 6 months. It's only rained here 3 times, and for the past 3 days, it's been trying to rain, and we have not even had a drop. It is just absolutely incredible. It is an area of Florida that, if you can tell, I'm sunburned, and it's beautiful weather and almost no humidity, and it's kind of like it's like being in the desert. It is really amazing. Actually, the yeah, I'd say it's kind of like Phoenix, Scottsdale. Pretty interesting. Anyway, oh man, I feel such incredible bliss, and I wish you all could feel the same bliss and joy and unconditional love that I feel. And right now, I am just bubbling over, and I normally am. That's not anything unusual for me, but I'm just so incredibly giddy. I've watched as some people are describing unconditional love and describing what joy is and describing what bliss is these past few days, and man, unconditional love, that is just what it says. Truly having no conditions on your love whatsoever, no manipulations, no requirements, no uh, if, ands, or buts. I love you, but that is conditional. I love you if that is conditional. If you do this, then I won't love you anymore. That is conditional. True unconditional love is something that must be uh, known before an individual can start releasing negativity and shifting their consciousness from the duality of the brain, fourth dimensional at tops, out of their ego and into their heart, and begin that process of activation. Unconditional love helps lead to joy, and joy is happiness that is perpetual. Happiness can be fleeting. It can be here today and gone tomorrow because it can be conditional. Joy is repetitive moments of happiness, but joy is just that happens before you have perpetual bliss of entering and activating your heart chakra and just being in that state of just drunken love all the time. You're just goofy because you're always in that love state, and that's where I am. And so many people are starting to have their beginning experiences of that unconditional love, of what it means to have true joy, and then to later have bliss. And unconditional love, you are really thankful for other persons having been a part of the universal experience. It's not just this life experience, and it's not just in your life. You're just thankful that they're having their life, because their experience is getting programmed into the Kosh and something that you can draw from. You realize that they are another part of you having a different experience. You don't want them not to have their experience, because it's something we're here to experience all that is, and we all choose to have whatever experience that we have by our own creations by those thoughts, those perceptions, those limitations, and those designs of the dreams that we wish to bring into being, into experience. And in true unconditional love, you have absolute compassion for another's experience, but it does not necessarily mean that you have to uh, be a part of their experience. Many of us who have stepped into our hearts, who have activated our heart chakras, we're able to do this because we have had and we remember all the do's and don'ts and what not to do in experiences. We don't like the crap. We don't. And we're not going to touch the tar baby and get it stuck on our hands and can't get it off. And so we have the unconditional love and the compassion for those persons that are on the exterior still going through their problems, although we say, enough is enough. We don't have to play those games. And when those persons start being tired of what it is that they're going through and the trauma and the life disasters that are reoccurring in their life because of what they're creating, when those persons truly get tired of it and they start cleaning up their lives, then we can have more experiences with those individuals that are in whatever situations that they're in. I am watching so many people on so many different levels right now, and there are some people that are just having problem after problem after problem after problem because they are not waking up to what's going on. There are persons and that's more of a 3D thinking, that it's all just happening to me, and more of the fourth dimensional perception is they're involved, but they're trying to still play in the exterior, control and manipulate everything there, including others, and they're not really satisfied with enough. They haven't really truly come into abundance and just going, man, I don't need much. I just need to be happy and feel my bliss and the unconditional love, and that is all life requires from me. 4D, they're still trying to have all the stuff, and they think that, okay, we gather it now, we do this now, and then at some point we can stop and enjoy life. In 5D, you start having that true unconditional love. You start shifting out of that head and into the heart and activating your heart chakra and realizing the true treasure of life is not all the stuff. It's not all the things. It's not all the drama. It's not all the crap. And you're just happy just being a human being and just being. And being in that bliss, being in that joy, being in that unconditional love, and just enjoying the energies, the true treasure, and seeing how high you can take it, and seeing how happy you can be just being within your own field. And when we're truly in a state of unconditional love in this way, we're truly thankful and compassionate for everybody else going through their experience, but we don't have to be involved. If the persons wish to come out of their experience, we're there to help them if they so really want to come out of whatever experience that they're having and advance their expansion in their consciousness. If they don't, they're constantly playing that repeat, then we have to let them be, because they're just being in that tar baby scenario, and you're just going to get used or abused or put down or disrespected again. And so it's interesting to see all these different levels starting to separate, and always the cream rises to the top. It ascends, and And we're seeing so much of that going on right now in so many different ways. And anyway, we're coming up to the end of this vid. I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. These energies are incredible. And yeah, they're shutting down the nuclear power plant. Bye for now.